You wake up at 6:47 a.m., 7 minutes before your alarm. Your body knows it's been doing this for 47 days, almost 13 years at the same company. You tell yourself it's security, a good salary, benefits. But as you stare at the ceiling, you can't quite shake it. You're making more money than your parents ever dreamed of. And somehow you are more broke than ever in the next few minutes. That's not a coincidence, it's by design. This is the salary trap. Let me introduce you to Sarah. She's 34. On paper, she should feel rich. She doesn't. Sarah gets paid every 2 weeks. That's $3 after taxes. Now here's where the trap gets interesting. The system doesn't present her with a choice. It fragments her money before she ever sees it. Rent takes $1. Groceries and dining out. Car payment. Phone. Utilities. By the time Sarah actually sees her paycheck, she's already spent $2. She has $48 left for an entire 2 weeks. But here's the psychological genius of it. Sarah doesn't experience it as deprivation. She has a car. She has a place to live. She's successful. The system gives just enough comfort to stop you from asking why you're not building wealth. This is the salary trap's first weapon, the illusion of prosperity through fragmentation. Now let's talk about what actually keeps you stuck. The entire system is designed to keep you dependent. You're told to get a good education. Maybe you go into debt for it. Now you're hunting for a job to pay back that investment. You find one, great salary, maybe $60, but the moment you accept, your lifestyle automatically inflates to match your income. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. I call it the system's second trap. You get the job at 60. Suddenly you can afford a nicer apartment. Your rent goes from $800 to $1. You can afford a nicer car. You get one. Your payment goes from $200 to $400. Now you're making $90. So you move to an even nicer place, a better car, a vacation you wouldn't have taken. Each increase in salary feels like freedom, but each one actually tightens the noose. You're no longer free to leave that job because you need that salary to maintain your lifestyle. This is what I call golden handcuffs. The cruelest part? You did this to yourself. The system didn't force you. It just presented the option. And human psychology did the rest. Let me tell you about my friend David. He worked in tech, but he was unhappy. Every time he thought about quitting, his stomach would drop. Why? Because he'd committed to a $400, 2 car payments, kids in private school. One day his company offered him a promotion. A $20 an hour. He felt like he'd won. 2 weeks later, his mortgage adjusted. His oldest needed braces. He got a new car because the old one needed repairs. His financial stress didn't decrease. It stayed exactly the same. This is the system's most insidious trick. You're not building wealth with salary increases. You're just increasing your obligations. The person making $30K and $300K often reports similar levels of financial stress. The system is engineered so expenses catch up. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're predictable, controllable. You can't take risks, can't start a business, can't invest in your own ideas, because all your money is already promised to your landlord. They all benefit from your trapped state. You're a guaranteed revenue stream, but you don't actually benefit. Imagine you quit your job tomorrow. How many months could you survive? If your answer is less than 3 months, you're trapped. You are 1 month away from a financial crisis. That's not security. That's a very comfortable prison. The salary trap convinces you this is normal. Work, earn, spend, repeat. But this isn't inevitable. It's a choice that's been made for you. The moment you realize your salary isn't wealth, everything changes. Start asking different questions. Not how do I make more money, but why does all my money leave? How do I build assets instead of obligations? Stop confusing income with wealth. Attack the gap. Keep expenses lower than income. Redirect that gap into assets. Build optionality. The moment you have 6 months of savings, you're no longer trapped. You can negotiate better. You can take risks. The goal isn't just to earn more. The goal is to become independent. Because the moment you don't need the paycheck, you're free. The people who break free aren't smarter. They just saw the system for what it is and decided comfort wasn't freedom. You have that same choice. Subscribe to learn the mechanics of wealth. See you in the next one.